Welcome to Hands-On Auto Training. In this video, we're working with the technician on diagnosing a security code P1626 that was causing the fuel to be disabled on this 2001 Chevy Silverado. This vehicle has had a few parts replaced by the vehicle owner. Unfortunately, once we solved the BCM communication and theft code problems, the shop technician took it from there, so I do not have the end result yet. So we got a crank, start, and stall. Setting a P1626. So, I'm going to take a look at the data display here and show you that in the engine data display, usually in engine data 2, there will be a data PID about the security. Correction, it's in engine data 1. Okay, so it says PCM VCM in VDT fail mode, no. Let's see what happens with this data as you see this line, VDT disable inactive, the one that's highlighted. As we crank this and start it, it will go to active. That's what's making this vehicle start and stall. Actually making it stall, should I say. And going into the SRS module, the airbag control module, we have these codes. Class 2 data link malfunction and also lost communication with the body control system. When I try and go into the body control system, we are not able to, actually it bypasses. We should be able to get into the body control module on this vehicle and read data, pass lock data, and also other information and also codes. But as I go in here, this is interesting. The Tech 2 passes right up like checking other things, and as a Class 2 message, Class 2 DTC check comes up. We don't even have the body control, or sometimes they call it TBC or BCM, truck body controller or BCM listed. So wanting to go after the body control module communication problem, the easiest thing to check is the fuses. Here we have the truck body controller fuse. So checking for the battery truck body controller fuse. I always check my meter, make sure I got a good connection here. And testing on this side of the fuse. We have 13.5 volts, that's good. And then testing on the other side of the fuse, we only have 3.2 volts. So I'm going to switch this right back here. One side of the fuse, 13.3. The other side of the fuse, 3.3. So, as you can see, this underhood fuse box is a bit crusty. A little corroded action going on here. This fuse looks roughed up. Let me take a look at that. Ooh, look at that. That's a mess. Also, this fuse block is in pretty bad shape. But let's little friend there. I think he's frozen. I'm gonna go ahead and snag a fuse from. That fuse, just so you know, was the truck body controller. I'm going to snag a fuse from the exterior lamp fuse here and put it in over there, and we'll retest our voltage drop across the fuse. Let's see what we have. So once again, check the meter. That's the one side of the fuse, and then check the other side of the fuse. 2 volts. Interesting. Very interesting. Let me make sure that that fuse I put in there is good. Up. Don't assume anything. The fuse I put in there is no good. So we're looking for another fuse, left turn signal fuse. And I'm visually verifying this fuse. Make sure I got a good one. We'll put that in. And we'll check this again. Meter's good. Just noticed that the headlamps just turned on, which the body control module directly controls the operation of the headlights. So I was pretty sure the BCM was back online communicating. 13 volts on the one side. We'll go to the other side, and we have 13 volts. Let's go see if we have communication to the body control module at this point. We do have communication with the body control module. You see this listed here. We did not have that before. Now all of a sudden we have information that we didn't have before. So we can go to our security data. And we do have our pass lock data voltage. Should go up to 5 volts, and then when you turn the key into run position, it always drop down to something else as you go to crank. Let's go check our codes in the PCM. See if we still have that 1626. So last test passed. This ignition pass and fail. Let's go ahead and clear this. And then I'm going to cycle the ignition. And then we'll read the DTC information again, just to see if we're on to something here. No diagnostic trouble codes. Let's go ahead and try and crank it. Make sure no codes have popped. Okay, so we still don't have any codes. So now we're up against another issue here, I believe. As you can see, we did fix the no communication with the body control module, which resolved the P1626. The no communication caused that code. On most GM vehicles, if you crank the vehicle and there is a security problem present with the pass lock system, it will set a code. As you see, we don't have any codes. I'm waiting for the technician to get back with us. If this video helps you in any way, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave comments and questions. I'll try to return them as quick as possible. Have a great day.